In this video, I want to share with you what I think has the potential to be one of the biggest niches of 2026, talk about whether that niche is safe or not, and give you some free prompts that you can use for that niche. Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a full-time print-on-demand seller. I make YouTube videos showing you how to make more money on merch on demand and other print-on-demand platforms. If you like this kind of content, you get any value out of this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like the video. Now, before I share with you that niche for 2026, just want to do a quick sales update for merch on demand. So today is Tuesday, October 14th, 6:09 a.m. in the morning. I do have one sale, but I also have a return, so sitting at minus 370. Now, the past week has been a little interesting. I had some big days. Right here, we're going to see like 144, 109. Then things kind of crashed on me, went down to like 39, 31. 62, 51, but then yesterday things went back to normal, did 102 in royalties. That's kind of like my average, doing about $100 a day, and that's going to put me at 412 sales for the month and $1,000 in royalties. And then instead of showing you my Etsy sales, I want to show you my my Adobe Stock sales, because I actually got my first download yesterday. So if you watch my royalty report for the previous month, I shared with you that I had a new income stream, which was Adobe Stock, where I basically just make images using AI, upload them onto Adobe Stock. I've been doing it for about a month now. I've uploaded 200 images. 100 of them were rejected, 100 were accepted. And yesterday, finally got my first sale, which paid out 93 cents, which I think is pretty good. So I'm really excited about that. That gives me some motivation to keep going and get a whole bunch of designs up. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, where I post my daily sales for both merch on demand and Etsy, the link is in the description. I also post like gym pics, family pics, entrepreneur pics, just like my life down here in Mexico. I'm born and raised in Mill Valley, California, but I've been living in beautiful Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for the past 20 years. Alright, so the niche that I think that has the potential to be the best niche of 2026, or at least one of the best niches, is going to be the eclipse that is coming up in August 12th, 2026. If you were on merch in 2024, there was an eclipse back then. I think it was in April, and that niche absolutely exploded. You know, it was definitely one of the best niches of 2024. And if history repeats itself, or at least rhymes, you know, we're probably going to get a whole bunch of, we're probably going to see a whole bunch of sales in this niche as well. If we go to Google right here, we can kind of get a little information about it. Like, I like this photo right here. We can kind of see the path of totality. So last time it was in Mazatlan, Mexico, which is just a couple hours from here. But here we're going to see this, or in 2026, it's going to be in Iceland, Portugal, and Spain. And those locations are important because you want to design for those. I'll show you some ideas here in a second. I would also recommend that you just go to ChatGPT and just like ask for information. So right here I say, give me information about eclipse in August 2026. You can see like what kind of eclipse it is. It's going to be a total solar eclipse. See when the date is. The path, so here are the paths, so northern Russian, eastern Greenland, western Iceland, parts of northern Portugal, and Spain. So you just want to like educate yourself a little bit. It's just going to help you design better for the niche. But again, going back to like what I said, this niche was absolutely huge in 2024. I got in early on this niche on 2023 and actually did really well. I can actually show you my designs right here. So if I just go to my stats right here and scroll down, I actually put in the word eclipse, and we could see that this design right here actually made me $861. This was another one that I cross niche with Indiana, maybe 144, and then these are like the other products like long sleeve sweatshirt and v-necks, but just very simple design, eclipse with the actual date. I can't stress how important it is that every design, or not every design, but you know, you just definitely want to have the date on your designs. I think that's one of the main selling points. So that is the niche, but now I want to talk about whether this niche is safe or not, because there are a couple trademarks that you want to watch out for. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the trademarks for this niche, we're going to see that solar eclipse and total eclipse are actually trademarked. So if we click on this right here, we're going to see solar eclipse. It's trademarked in the 025 category, and also total eclipse is also trademarked in the 025 category. So if you want to get into this niche, I would recommend that you get creative with your keywords, and you might have to like rearrange them. So do something kind of like this right here, where it's eclipse, solar, totality. So just want to mention that before you get into this niche. You know, check your keywords, check for trademarks, see what maybe some other people are doing, or just rearrange your keywords, so that you can make sure that you keep your account safe and you get your designs through. If we go to Merch Dominator and click on Product Search, type in Eclipse 2026, sort by newest, hit MBA and KDB search. Just want to be searching for those merch on demand shirts. We're going to see that this competition is still very low, only 193 results, so you can get in early. There are a few people that have caught on to this niche and are uploading to it. Here are what a couple of the designs look like. So this one right here, totality, they're cross niche it with Iceland. This is a city in Iceland, but right here we're going to see solar eclipse. They're actually using solar eclipse, and from my research, that's actually a trademark, so I'm not too sure how that design is getting through. Here is another one right here that is also kind of doing the same thing, Eclipse Iceland, August 12th, 2026. So, the best designs that I saw, at least in 2024, are ones where you have the date on them and you cross niche them with a certain location. Again, that's why you want to educate yourself on the niche, like where the path of totality will be, like cities in Iceland, Portugal, Spain, things like that. But now that we got that out of the way, I want to go ahead and share with you some design styles and some prompts that you can use if you want to get into this niche. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the prompts that I came up with for this niche. So if we jump on over to Ideogram, here's the first one, and you can actually download these 8 free prompts on my PayHip shop. Link is in the description. If you click on that, just hit add to cart. I also have a whole bunch of other free prompts. Just click on this free prompts tab right here. So for like 6-7, turkey selfies, F off, whole bunch of free prompts right here. And then I also have holiday prompts that you can get for 50% off. So if you want like Christmas prompts, Halloween prompts, Thanksgiving prompts, breast cancer prompts, things like that. Then I have this bundle where you can get 500 prompts for only $12.50, so good deal there. But back to the first prompt. So here we're taking the eclipse with the date, and we're cross niching it with the location of Spain. This was kind of like my bestseller that I showed you at the beginning of the video in 2004. And or not again, but these prompts you can actually use as templates, and you can just switch out Spain and type in like Iceland, Portugal. You don't have to do a country. You can do the actual city. So maybe you want to do like Barcelona. It doesn't have to be in the path of totality. You can also do like cities or states in the United States, because people want to have like a piece of history. The path of totality will probably sell the best, so I'd probably start with those. But again, you can scale this out right here. So that's the first one. Next one is going to be this one right here, August 12th, 2026. This time I'm doing it with an actual city and the country. So don't know how you say that city right there, but it's a city in Iceland. Again, you can just go into ChatGPT and just ask it, what are the cities in Iceland or Portugal or Spain where the path of totality will be, if you want to get more specific. So good one right there. This next one is probably my favorite. I just really like how the cat came out. One thing that I noticed a lot in 2004 when this niche was jamming is that a lot of people were taking the eclipse with the date and just putting in these like cats, these dogs, these capybaras. Now with like gooses and raccoons trending, you could probably do that as well. Cats was the best. So that's probably maybe what you want to start with, but don't be afraid to like branch out to other animals. You're gonna see I did another one with a T-Rex at the end here. So lots of ways where you can kind of cross niche it with animals, the date, and the eclipse. Here is just a simple one right here. Simplicity sells very well. Text designs sell very well. So just simple eclipse with the date right here. Again, you're gonna see all these have the date. That's probably like the most important. You want to have that. This next one right here is actually a pretty cool one because it's creative, because it's cross-niching eclipse with Christianity or God. So here we have total eclipse, again with the date. The beam or the shining part of the eclipse is kind of like a cross. You see that, and then we have a psalm or a passage from the Bible right here. So pretty creative, that design right there. Let me get my face out the way here. Next one is going to be, this is pretty funny. So, taking the very popular design style where you have the cat taking the selfie, but, with the eclipse, and again with the date right there. So, maybe you can get rid of the date. This could be one where you could get rid of the date, but again, I think it's, important to have it. And again, it doesn't have to be a cat. It could be, a dog, a capybara, a Bigfoot, a T-Rex. You can get creative here. And it's not actually the grayscale. I think it's important to kind of go with the colors here. but that's a pretty funny one right there. I really like that one. Another cat one right here, Hello Darkness. This was, I saw this a lot when I was doing research for this niche. Hello Darkness, my old friend, August 12th, 2026. So taking a popular phrase, again with the cat and the date. So I believe that is the 7th one. And this could be the last one right here. So here we're taking a T-Rex, cross niching it with the eclipse, and again the date right there. So those are the designs. I think they turned out actually pretty good. There's other ones, but you know, I just kind of got tired of making all the prompts. Again, make sure that you have the date. You know, the best ways to design for this are just to do like simple ones where you have the eclipse and the date, something like that. The next one is you want to do it like you want to cross niche a little bit more, or niche down and cross niche it with locations. So whether that's countries or with cities. And then the third best way is going to be cross niche it with animals like cats, dogs, T-Rexes, you know, get creative, capybaras, things like that. All right, so those are the prompts. Go ahead and download those if you're interested. Check out the other free prompts as well. And if you're interested in purchasing some prompts, I got a sale going on for this week, so check it out. And then if you are looking for a niche service, you might want to consider joining my school community. I put out niches and prompts every day for both Merch on Demand and Etsy. If you click on the link in the description, it will take you to this page right here. You can watch the video. It talks about more about who my school community is for and what you receive as a school community member. It's only $24 a month. You can cancel at any time. And I've been getting some good posts lately talking about how the prompts and designs that I've been recommending have gotten people sales. So like I said, if you're interested, check it out. If not, it's all good. I will continue making free content here on YouTube. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe so you get notified when those niches are coming out and for the prompts. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Adios.